You should have it in your profile. Do not consent to being recorded without my permission.
Yeah, but if he doesn't listen, he doesn't listen.
Yeah, but it'll help you do a civil lawsuit against him. It'll help you in court. He's got any money. If he's got a car or something the judge will give you. Whatever he owns, he'll give it to you.
I think it's all going to be not hard to about to take me away.
No, it's civil court. You just go straight to the civil court. And anything over $500. Small claims is under $500. And this guy, you want to sue him for at least $1 million. I'm not lying, man. I'm not joking, man. That's how you do it. That's how you teach people a lesson, man.
Do you need a small material?
No. It's a small loan.
This is stated on other spaces.
This is a lawsuit.
He's benefiting. He's using you and people in the space and on other platforms. So that's out there.
He doesn't do all the rules. He's basically recording his own recordings. I used your comments on him, by the way, with this guy, with his script comments. I don't know, the university said no, he did say something, I think he posted something to the chat, and apparently he just, he didn't even respond to any of this. And,
so confusing. It's just trying to play both sides, you know?
yeah, and then, one thing I realized, what's the difference between the supporters and the Zionists? There's no difference. It's, they all sort of like attack women, they don't like women, right? And they disrespect women, you know? And it's a normal thing now for people that are Zionists and the people that are Roosevelt supporters.
The same ideology, just different mask, right? The ideology is right there. They're just like Israelis. That's all they think, but they just kind of like twist their words and they try to be more slick about it.
Waiting for ICE to get to them. They got a few of them. Snatching the few. In the back, and they're going to be sitting there right there in the middle of Tehran going, what the hell happened?
They don't have a strong lobby though.
Yeah, the Cubans thought they had a strong lobby. What happened to them? Back to Cuba.
I mean, Rubio moved on them pretty much. He wanted to close the door after his family.
Anyways, so that's where we're at. And they want to do it. Like one guy did last 15 years, so the management doesn't move forward. They can't do that. And we'll see how it's going to kids.
What's the highlights, huh?
It was actually these. It was the first one was in the morning, and I think I kind of wrote somebody or something. And then there was another crash hour. Fingers was everyone good. What's up, right next segment? Do you want to say something, man? Yeah, go on, go on. Zero, are you there? Zero?
because the wife was calling me. She's at the market. She needs to call me about something. So I have to take the call. I'm back. Can you hear me? Well, I travel the world. It's just one other place. Into Europe, into Africa, and Asia. But it just so happens that my wife, second wife that I married back in 2009, she's from Malaysia. She's an Indian. Her parents from India. And she's what they call Mama, but Indian Malay. So that's why we come here. And we stay here only about half the year, though. We don't stay only the whole year. Then I go back to Florida and New York. I spend time both in Florida and New York. Where are you now? You sit here in the Czech Republic? From where? From America? Your accent is like from Ohio or Indiana or something. Oh, California.
It's like, even though people don't seem to be clocking transmit like that at all, like a transmitter will go, shave their head and grow a beard or what have
I
you.
understand the transmission was passing real bad, and I was shocked and the phone at the same time because they really look like actual men. They actually like men.
I don't know. I know.
I've definitely seen passing transmission. Not
No shade to your, dissertation. I don't know. I just feel like this becomes a slippery slope.
After what? Chemotherapy. Okay. Is that one of the reasons why you moved back? Yeah, we chose to go there. They give you a stage. I have some friends I know here now that are most of these little ladies, I understand what I'm talking about. Cancer and stuff and all that. You asked me about why I said, well, like, was it your age or what question? hospitals have nurse robots. They have robots that are nurses. Still can't drive. Can't drive. It's very expensive. Get a license to drive. But everything has transportation to get to and run. It's like get around there. This place, man. I know this is more like 10 times, not 10, but 4 times more expensive than Malaysia. Malaysia has good hospitals too now. Down in Kuala Lumpur. Malaysia's really moving up. It's becoming medical tourism and do a lot of medical tourism. So look at that. Well, yeah, it depends on the traffic, yeah. For sure. Because it's the busiest bridge in the world. Every day, millions of people cross one way on both ways. It's the busiest bridge in the world. But yeah, it's about 3.5 hour ride to get up to Singapore. Oh, she put a bounty on Maduro, made from Venezuela. No.
There's a bounty on who?
Maduro, our leader of Venezuela.
Who did American?
Yeah, and behind it. Freaking retarded people, man. None of them understand how to run a government, but they're running this place into the ground. It's funny, man. I'm a shit. Who's gonna bring our Maduro? They're trying to do everything. Look at my PTR. They're trying to do everything they can to get away from release the Epstein files. That's the number one priority. Everything else is just trying to push smoke screen. You don't have the repentance of all this. It's like Maduro. They personal talk. What the fuck are you doing about the group? You see him on the White House walking around? He's doing everything he can to get people away from his face. That's the file. Give us some names. I'm waiting. Yeah, WikiLeaks, man, the old days, you did Assange days. I'm waiting. Somebody's gonna drop a video or an audio or some picture or something. Somebody's gonna drop it. Just waiting, man. There's something to see. Yeah. I'll call you back right away. But we wish your wife the best, man, that's for sure. We don't want to hear somebody suffering. Cancer is called. My father died from cigarettes. He died from cancer. It was very ugly. No, I'm in Penang. I usually come back around September. I go for Ramadan. It's like March. I stay like 6 months. But this year I've been talking about it with my kids and everything. I'm gonna probably stay. I'm probably gonna have to sell my place anyway. We're building a whole friggin' city. They reclaimed out in front of my house. I'm on the beach. Well, I was on the beach. I'm still on the beach. I can see the ocean. But they no, Penang is in Malaysia. Yeah, second largest city in Malaysia, KL. It doesn't, I thought you had phone leave. Remember I said Andaman? Andaman Island. It's called Andaman. They're building entire city. Yeah, I mean, it's like crazy, man. The noise is insane. Imagine, 20, 30,000 more Chinese people living here. It's like, I was like going to the other side of the island, probably like stuff in condo. That's what I'm looking for. Like, so I'm probably in the States winter. I used to go back in September, but I'm not going back this year. Well, my friend, I got a lot of children, and a lot of relatives, a lot of family, a lot. No, it's listen, you fly from where I am in Florida to Penang, in the air, not time in the airports. In the air, it's 24 hours. In the air.
Yeah, so I'm talking from California. It's called back maybe 10 hours.
So I fly from Florida to San Francisco, that's 6 hours. And then I have to take, I like to fly United non-stop. I fly 787 to Singapore, that's 17 hours in the air. And then from Singapore, then I have to fly another hour to Penang. So 24 hours in the air. Maybe I was over 3 hours here, 2 hours, whatever. You're looking at a day and a half travel. It's a lot. That's why, if you go visit, if you're going to visit somebody like that, you better be ready to go. Like, right now, my next door neighbor, her daughter and her granddaughter are here from Canada. I think they've been here like 3 weeks already. They're going to stay another couple of weeks or so. You don't go that far and only stay like for a week. You got to stay for a couple of months. Singapore, if you can go to Singapore, I wouldn't complain at all. If you're going to someplace like Philippines or Thailand, I'm like, ugh. But Singapore's fine, man. Did they tell you, is she taking the white tea pills? White tea? Concentrated white tea pills? Yes. Yeah. That helps a lot. I got the friend that he thought he was going to die like, I don't know, really like 15 years ago, I think it is. He used to work on my computers, back then, you had to bring a computer and bring it late down there. It was expensive. He used to work on my computers. Here it is 15 years later, man. Right, very well. Yeah, get there, lady. Get there. Do it. You do it. How old's the baby now? How old's the baby? How old's the baby? You say you had a baby? No. You say you had a child? Okay, yeah, 13, yeah, okay, yeah. 13, yeah. Well, he's still a baby, right? That's right, my wife's niece, right? When I first met my wife, we were married in 2009. She was like 4. Now she's in college, and I still call her the baby. Well, where's the baby? How's the baby? I got 27 years old. female. My wife, her family will be there now. But yeah, I'll never forget. I had a friend.
It's great to have this kind of balance of information coming. You know what's happening in outside is everybody goes on. It's been doing something wrong with something everyone has to do. It's a stuff.
That was
Sorry to say
amazing.
this, man.
In Australia, that was amazing. First they said it was going to be 10,000, then they said it would be 50.
Yeah. Right.
It's like what, 200,000 people.
Right now.
Yeah, the guy out of these,
You're
he got on the phone. Well, he got on the phone with Netanyahu right behind that. He was pushed into that corner. The prime minister of Australia had told Netanyahu, say something. So, yeah, they kind of shook up a little bit. They're going to do it again. This event was like 20-something. A couple of weeks from now, they're going to do another big one. Push this your government, man. You know, I'm going to get elected. Everybody's telling you, you don't do this. You know, look what happened with that lady. What's her name? Kamala Harris. You know, they told her, they said, you're not going to get elected if you don't say something about Gaza. And he never did. He did not get elected. He could have said something like, oh, you know, I kind of disagree with Joe Biden. I believe that I don't like, you know, I'll call you, stop the phone, you know, whatever. They said the same thing Trump said. He lied too. He didn't do it. He said he was going to stop it. He's going to lie and say the same thing, but he didn't. He didn't do it.
That's my position. My sincere position. And just keep doing it. You can't make brave, not right. Make a brave face. Please their actions. And I'm telling you in Israel, it runs less than 3 hours. That way.
But you're not working with anonymous, are you? Are you working with anonymous?
Cybersecurity measures. You have access to late print, and late print. It's not anything down there.
That's
25% that. $1 billion that. They only make like not even a dozen a year. They don't even make a dozen. They used 150 that this time in 12 days. It's just like. Yeah, what I just said, because they use, like I said, they used 150 that this time. It was 25% in their stock. But they only make 10 to 12 a year. So imagine if Iran strikes again, they gotta use another one. It'll take 10 years to build that stock back up. We don't have 10 years for something you can't do today. No, it's not the money. It's the manufacturing. They have all the money. It's like if I have only 2 guys that can work on my car. And they're busy with 20 other cars each or whatever, or one of them's sick or whatever. And I said, I'll give you $50 million, just fix my car tomorrow. You still can't do it. I can give you $100 million, you still can't do it. It's just not possible. See, it's not the money. So, and then it does go down to the money once you do have to build it back. Because it's like all at the same time. That costs what, 30 million or whatever, 15 million per missile. That's only that, and then you had the naval commanders. They were here in the Red Sea. They also said that their stock was getting low. Just may recently backed out. They said our stock is low. You don't have what you need. Just like this guy puts his name, Netanyahu, all gonna occupy all the thousand. And the fucking general behind the last one, and now Samir says, with what army? With what? How are we going to occupy it? I'm telling you, we can't do this shit. All of our guys are sick. They're all dead. They're killing themselves rather than go fight. 100,000 reservists said they're not coming back anymore. All these reservists are blown up. And they're telling me, with what? Occupy what? With what? We don't have it. I don't care. $50 billion into this. You don't have to look within Ukraine. You're grabbing people in the streets, chasing people, people are afraid to go to the store because vans pull up and grab them and throw them into the battlefield. You don't have the equipment or the people. How you gonna do it? It's like you're trying to force us to ride horses in 1925. No, we want cars. No, you have to ride a horse. No, we want cars. Same thing, man. And you're not going to go back to that way. You're not going to go back to that. And the way it's going to end most likely is the people that have all the money are leaving the country. People who have the tech knowledge, all the different technology. People who they're leaving. They're going to other countries now because they just and you read the articles what they say. They say they just don't want bombs landing in their backyard, so they're leaving the country.